everyone at Bethlehem should be backing up to the Google Cloud. So everything on your computer, whether it be in your documents folder or your desktop, could easily and automatically be being backed up to Google. If you're on a Mac, you should see this black cloud, and currently mine's actually syncing. As you can see, those arrows turning in a circle here. But if I click on this, you should click on this black cloud, and in my case, it's actually syncing some files right now, but it'll show you the last time your computer has synced to Google Cloud. If you don't see this black cloud, or you don't see that it has synced very recently, I'll show you how to get past that in a minute. But if you do see this, and you see that it has synced fairly recently, what you can do is you can go to these triple dots and go to Preferences, and then you can see what exactly is being backed up from your computer. So on my computer, my desktop is being backed up, my Documents folder is being backed up, and I've chosen not to back up my pictures, but most people do. I back up my pictures using a personal account, so I don't need this to be checked. But for most of you, all three of these should be checked. Then if you click over here on Google Drive, again, I do things a little differently, but everyone here at Bethlehem should have this checked. And what this will do is this will make your Google Documents available in the Macintosh Finder. And so what I mean by that is if I open up a new window here, a new Finder window, over in the left-hand column, you should see Google Docs or Google Drive. Now, I'm using another tool called Google File Stream, which is why I see Google here, and which is why I don't check this box. Google File Stream lets you see team drives. So if I click on Google, you'll see I can see team drives and my drive. So anyway, that's another option. If you're interested, you could put a ticket in and we can help you set that up. But most people should have this checked right here. And then if you go down the settings here, you can see that I have the last two checked so that when my computer restarts, Backup and Sync automatically starts up. So by and large, that's what you should have set up. Now, if for some reason you don't see a black cloud up here, and what I'll do is I'll actually, I'm going to quit Backup and Sync. And when you quit Backup and Sync, that black cloud will disappear. So it was right here, and now I don't see it anymore. So if you log into your Mac and you don't see that cloud, then what you should do is you should go into your Applications folder. Again, I'll just open up a new Finder window. And most of you should have an Applications folder. I can see it here in my left column. And if I go down to the B's, Backup and Sync, you should have Backup and Sync from Google right here. Now, if you don't have this in your applications, then you need to put a ticket in and we could get it installed for you. But if you do have it and it's not shown up here, just double click on it and it will launch and magically appear right back up here. Now, if for some reason you're not logged in, what's going to happen is when you click on this, you'll have the option to actually log in to Backup and Sync, and you should use your Bethlehem email address and password, and then things will start to sync as long as you put the preferences, as I mentioned, with these check marks in the right spots. So I'm just going to click OK here. Now, how do I know if Backup and Sync is truly working? Well, one good way to do it is to actually go into Chrome. And if I go to, you can go to Google Drive, however you want to get there, go to Google Drive. And in the left-hand column, you'll see My Drive, Team Drives, but then you see Computers. And if Backup and Sync is set up, this is actually your computer. So this, in my case, I have a MacBook Pro, and if I click on this little arrow, I'm backing up all items from my desktop and my documents. So if I go to desktop here, it's basically showing you that these are the things that are in my Google Cloud. Now I can actually click on the Finder and click on desktop here, and I can compare. So I see college docs, I see high school, middle school classroom photos, and I see this untitled folder, and then I see some other things. Now if I look in this untitled folder, this actually has a bunch of things I don't care about anymore. So watch what happens if I actually delete this, and I'm just going to drag this to the trash, for example. Watch what happens to this untitled folder. It doesn't take very long, but because this is syncing nonstop in the background, this untitled folder, there it is, it's gone. So constantly, everything you do to your Mac is also happening in the Google Cloud as long as you have this set up correctly. So now for me, I also am backing up my documents folder. So if I go to the Finder again, and I go to my documents, again, I can do some comparison here. Now in Google Cloud, they list all the folders first. I can scroll down beyond the folders. So I got a lot of folders in my documents. But then I can start comparing files, for example. Like I have this thing called National Printer Inventory. I have a PDF called Ray. I got this other PDF, a school calendar, and so on and so forth. So I can, just as a proof of concept, or just to make sure that everything is being backed up, this is a good way to do it. Now, once you know that things are being backed up, then you can feel confident that we'll wipe your computer to upgrade the Macintosh software, but then you'll be able to get it all back because it's all being backed up to the cloud. Now, the other important thing that you need to do before we wipe your computer is when you're in the Google Chrome browser, which we are right here, up in the upper right-hand corner, I want to make sure that you've logged into Google Chrome so you can save your bookmarks and any other settings, any of your extensions that are in here. So if you see your photo here, that means you're logged in. If you don't see your photo and you see like a silhouette, you could just click on that silhouette and you'll see a button that will allow you to log in with your Bethlehem email address and password. Now, logging into Chrome is not the same thing as logging into Gmail. If I'm over here in Gmail, you'll notice that I'm already logged into Gmail, but I'm also logged into Chrome. So it's important to log into Chrome so that you can go to all these bookmarks up here that I've created are not going to be lost if I wipe this computer clean, along with any other settings. So those are the two most important things. Make sure that your backup and sync is running, and make sure you are logged into Google Chrome. If any of this is really confusing and you just want help, put in a ticket and we will help you prep your Mac to be upgraded. Thanks.